The best way to enjoy one's life is adventure, challenging yourself to venture out of your comfort zone, endure long endeavors, and most importantly, work towards a goal while enjoying the journey. Whether you like long hikes, camping, cycling large distances, or driving them, this video may be something for you. I've prepared a list of banger rally events, also known as charity rallies. Organizations all around the world host rallies in which you have a spending limit for your car, usually about $1,000, and then you just drive it through rugged terrain while collecting memories. It's never a race, never about who finishes first, but about having a great time. And to top all the wholesomeness up, there's always a good cause behind it. All these organizations donate money made on entry fees to charities of their choice, with some of them like Tbox Rally from Australia donating almost 40 million Australian dollars over the course of their lifetime. So strap in, because we're going to make some memories and have a great time driving, racing, experiencing different cultures, and most importantly, challenging our minds and bodies for a good cause. And the first rally on our list is the Zlombol Rally. This one I would call a gateway race since it only takes part in Europe. The starting line is always in Katowice, Poland, and the destination changes every year, but it's always 2,500 kilometers long, give or take. Last year's destination was Burhaniye, Turkey. Zlombol is also categorized as an extreme rally, a term you might hear a few times during this video, which essentially means that the organizers only suggest places to camp at night, but don't actually provide anything. Therefore, every decision is up to the teams to make. Then again, it only takes part in Europe, which is probably as safe as a place as you can be, and it's densely populated, so even if you have a race-ending breakdown with no one to help, you'll be fine walking to the nearest town. Oh, and the rally takes place every year in July, August, or September. Let's talk about the cars for a minute. The idea of the event is you should buy a car from the former Eastern Bloc countries, meaning very old and very crappy communist machines for no more than 1,000 zloty, which is about $320. Small modifications are allowed, and getting sponsored is encouraged, as long as the sponsor money all goes to charity at the end of the race. You can travel in groups or each team separately, whatever your preference is. Now, I want to take a look at how much Zlombol Rally has actually donated to charity ever since its inception. They started life in 2007 as a bunch of friends in two cars donating 3,200 euros. In 2018, their biggest year, they donated over 466,000 euros. And the total for all years, excluding 2022 because those results haven't been announced yet, is almost 2 million euros. All that from a 4-day rally event, not bad. Now we're finally leaving the safety net of Europe and entering the more dangerous and fun rallies. The Plymouth-Banjul Challenge starts in Plymouth, England and finishes in Banjul, the Gambia, and Africa. Also known as the Ultimate Banger Challenge, the course is approximately 3,700 miles long, but not all of them count as the same, you see. From Plymouth to Tarifa, Spain, where you take the ferry to Morocco, it's a straightforward journey. After that, it's tarmac roads for a while, but then, since you're driving through Western Sahara, which is an absolute wasteland, there's a 2-day crossing through the desert where all the breakdowns happen. Since this is also an extreme rally, the organizers aren't gonna help you if you get stranded or break down in the desert. That's why traveling in convoys with other teams is recommended, since that way you have people to help and you're making new friends along the way, which is the most important part. After arriving in Banjul, the Gambia, all the cars are auctioned and the money is donated to charity. The whole trip usually takes about 3 weeks if you're enjoying it and 2 weeks if you're in a hurry. Now let's talk cars. If you thought the spending limit in the Zlombol Rally was rough, it's nothing compared to this. 100 British pounds is all the car has to be worth. The teams are of course allowed modifications, with one team in 2007 actually converting their POS from right-hand drive to left-hand drive all by themselves. Now that's impressive. Otherwise, there is no rule for a specific car category. There are people doing the rally on bikes or even ambulances. Now, I can't calculate how much money the rally has donated because they are donated to an auction house in Gambia or donated directly to the local police or the hospitals. But we can be sure that people in the Gambia do look the like of bangers from England each January. While we're talking about African challenges, I want to sneak in the Budapest-Bamako challenge, also known as the Great African Run. Starting in Budapest, Hungary, and leading all the way to Bamako, Mali, it follows a very similar path to the previous challenge, but you spend more time in Africa than in Europe. And it's a bit longer since overall, teams have to cover almost 8,000 kilometers. This rally is a bit more rally-like since there are actual categories. There's the competitive category where teams have to reach certain navigational points and complete daily stages to remain in the competition. And then there's the touring category, which is a non-competitive way to enjoy the challenge. In 2011, a new category was added, the Spirit category, where old cars can enter without having to pay entry fees. All the competitors, however, have a laid out plan of daily stages where they're expected to be by the end of each day, and in addition to that, there are geocaching challenges. You know the boxes people leave for others to find like a small treasure hunt? Yeah, that. So you can actually come home with a free souvenir if you want to. Now let's take a look at the car regulations for this challenge. Thank you for your attention. Yes, that's right, there are absolutely no rules when it comes to cars. The organizers know it must be hard keeping a car under a certain limit, and it might become annoying at some point, so individual challenges are still encouraged, but you are not required to drive a $50 shitbox. Hell, you could even take your Porsche 911 on the trip, for all these people care. Lastly, if you want to calculate how much money this rally has donated over the years, it would be once again impossible. I added up all the years I could find the exact sums for, and it came out as almost 7.5 million euros. This is not including at least 4 years of the competition, so I guess you can imagine how much these people have actually given to help others. Next one on the list is the most extreme banger rally of all, the Mongol Rally. When it comes to a positive no-shit-taken attitude, these guys take the win by a country mile. Just by having some of their videos playing here in the background might indicate the kind of adventurers these people are. They take no shit excuses, and no organizer is gonna be there to help you when you break down on this 10,000-mile road trip from Prague, Czech Republic to the capital of Mongolia, Ulaanbaatar. Racers from all around Europe meet in Prague, where they all officially launch the event with 3 possible routes to take, either through Moscow, Russia, Kyiv, Ukraine, or Istanbul, Turkey. With the current Ukraine-Russia situation being what it is, I'm guessing the Istanbul route is the safest to take, but as long as you meet with the others in Samarkand, Uzbekistan before continuing to embark on a journey through the wasteland, you are free to take any route to get there. Some brave teams even got beyond the Arctic Circle. It really is a rally of freedom, but myself, I'd rather stick with other teams in case the car breaks down. Also, this is one of the most dangerous challenges out there, with minor injuries, breakdowns, or even robberies happening every year. A true adventurer's holy grail. Now, the cars. The car's engine limit is currently 1.2 liters, because as the organizers state on their website, driving 10,000 miles in a 4x4 with heated seats and an electric milk frother is pointless. That's why we set some rules for what constitutes a suitable Mongol Rally machine. Yep, the only rule being the engine size. You can ask for an exception if you want to drive a comedy vehicle, such as an ambulance or a school bus, perhaps. The entry fee for the rally is 650 British pounds, but there are also 2 more points to this. You need to pay a £500 refundable deposit for each car to ensure you won't just leave it stranded somewhere if it breaks down, and during the rally, you must raise at least £1,000 for charity as a team. You can beg, you can perform, just make the money. But once again, there is no way of calculating the total donated. An insane amount of people are registering for the rally each year, and no wonder, it's the ultimate banger challenge that barely takes part of tarmac roads, so you can just freely race each other, do stupid things, and just plainly be free within reason in the desert. Their slogan is literally, motoring stupidity on a global scale. This might be my favorite one so far. At number 5, we have the Dumball Rally. If the last few events scared you, but you still want the thrill of an intercontinental rally, this one might be for you. Unlike all of the previous ones, Dumball Rally is not an extreme rally. This means that once you have paid the entry fee, the organizers help you with accommodation, your route plan, food, everything. The premise of the race stays to have a good time on the road and challenge yourself, but the execution varies greatly. You can only take old cars, and you have to dress them up, as Dumball calls itself the festival on wheels, rather than just a race. Unlike all the previous rallies, it doesn't have a set start and end point. They just start in a different place every time and drive for a week, trying to get as far as possible while raising money for charity. Once again, unlike all the other rallies, this one has a set charity they work with, the Teenage Cancer Trust, raising over £1 million British pounds since their inception in 2006. As you can see by the videos and photos on your screen, the participants usually dress up a car while going for a theme, and most importantly, yes, of course, challenging themselves and having a good time. Other than that, a lot of information is quite hard to find unless you enroll directly, which I can't do yet, so if anyone wants to participate and let us know in the comments, now would be a great time. That being said, if you have any experience driving any of these challenges or just an endurance run like these by yourself, please let us know in the comments. I'd love to read about your adventures, and if you have a video series covering it, feel free to give yourself a shout out. You deserve it. And yeah, I wouldn't mind at all if you subscribed along the way. Thanks. Next one on the list is only for you if you have some cash left over, and I mean fat stacks. Dumball 3000, not to be confused with the previous one, Dumball. This rally combines celebrities, supercars, and everything we talked about before. The start and finish lines change every year, with this one, the 2023 rally, taking place all over Europe. Past rallies took place on all continents before and only on tarmac and public roads. Obviously, you wouldn't want to take a $2 million McLaren for a 2-week drive in the Mongolian desert. Celebrities like Lewis Hamilton, David Hasselhoff, and even Exhibit took part of this event. The idea of this event is to combine class, luxury, and endurance rallies. While it may feel very different and weird in a way, it's still a road trip and it's still for a good cause. This time, the underprivileged children in the UK. With supercars and wealth, sometimes comes a feeling of power and entitlement. Many entrants have had their licenses or even cars taken away for intense speeding on public roads. The organizers keep reminding everyone that it is indeed a road trip, not a race. I'm not really interested in this rally anymore, to be honest, because it's just so far down the unusual and pretentious alleys. Let's face it, most of us will never have the money to attend this event. But the next one... Gumball 3000 or Scumrun. This isn't as exciting an event as the first four, but it's a light-hearted spin-off of the Gumball 3000. People who can't afford supercars attend this event with a spending limit of 500 British pounds on a car. It's much smaller of an event than any other mentioned here, with few contestants entering but staying loyal to the event. It starts in the UK and ends in a mysterious location in Europe every year. There are prizes for the best modified car, best dressed scum, spirit of Scumrun, and best dressed car. Just wanted to plug this one in for you guys who want to get into banger rallying but are scared to venture too far. A great opportunity to start is here. Tbox Rally, the last entry on this list, is a wonderful road trip through the land of Australia. Once again, no set start or finish points exist in this rally, as it changes every year. Once again, after reaching your destination, your car is then auctioned and the funds go to charity. Visual decorations are allowed, even encouraged, since people like to drive through the Australian desert in the best style possible. What could be better than spending a week driving through the Australian wasteland with Aussies all around you driving decorated cars to a theme while being dressed up? Not many things, that's for sure. The teams also enjoy each other's company at each stop, playing various holiday games or just sipping beer and enjoying life. The spending cap for the car is 1,500 Australian dollars, and there's also a rule: no all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive cars are allowed, all in the name of it remaining a true shitbox. I haven't found anything that would suggest that decorating the car is included in the spending cap, so if you want to cover it in diamonds, be my guest. But realistically, you shouldn't change too much of your car. Like, don't take the rear seats off because the car should still be ready for auction and roadworthy even after you sell them. I have one bonus event here for you with which I'll need your help. I found something called the Silk Road Race. It starts in Milan, Italy and finished in Dushanbe, Tajikistan. The website isn't working for me at all. I can't load it and I can't find any evidence that this still takes place. No organizer contact, no nothing. It looked like the best segue event between the Plymouth-Banjul challenge and the Mongol Rally, 8,000 kilometers long, driving through the unknown stands. What could be better? If you know anything about the state of this event, whether COVID killed it or something else had happened to it, please let me know in the comments. And that's it, folks. I hope I have motivated you enough to take place in some of these and support a good cause while having a great time. I'm definitely doing at least one when I get more financial freedom, but that's not looking very likely soon. Oh well, enjoy your life, guys. Bye.